11 years, 40 updates, 1 ultimate tier list. This is the end to the trilogy of tier lists. Meaning it's probably going to be the last one I make because what else am I going to rank realistically? But after making 2 tier list videos, I had to wrap it up with a big one by ranking every single update in GTA Online up to the Agents of Sabotage update. So let's just get into it. Starting off with F tier. The worst of the worst, the bottom of the barrel. First up, we have the Smuggler's Run. Now, I didn't like this one because I hate the hangar as a business. Don't get me wrong, I love flying planes, but the hangar as a business is just terrible. The Arena Wall update. Yeah, no, the San Andreas Mercenary update. Now this one, I have lots of reasons to be mad at. First of all, the Avenger got buffed, which is fair enough, but this dumb little terminal did nothing. And they gave you like contact missions. So what's the point of that? It's like Rockstar tried to revive the Avenger for like the 3 people that used it and completely failed. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was some good, like the Raiju jet, but even that was overpriced. Like I was kind of skeptical to buy it. And don't even get me started on how they removed all of those cars from the websites, which are back now, but why remove them in the first place? The bottom dollar bounties update. Now this is like the second most recent one, and it was so bad because the business was so overpriced. The police cars that came out were so overpriced. The final F tier update is the Doomsday Heist. Now, I've said this in a couple of videos, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't like the futuristic stuff with GTA Online, because like it just goes way too over the top. I mean, the entire idea of the Doomsday Heist is that it's the end of the world. So we're gonna use a flying car, we're gonna use a submarine car, jetpacks, a railgun tank. You know, it's all just too much. It doesn't feel right, especially since this is just a game about crime. Like, why are we saving the world? That doesn't feel normal. But anyways, that's the end of F tier, and with that we're going to move on to C tier. But before we do that, a quick message from today's sponsor, me. I need you guys to subscribe because we are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and I want to try hit it as quick as we possibly can. So subscribe if you are enjoying this so far. C tier. Now most of these updates just added nothing. So by nothing I mean like they added a couple of weapons, a couple of vehicles, or like a couple of pieces of clothes. So nothing too noteworthy. So if it's nothing too noteworthy, I'll just say it's a nothing update and move on. The Beach Bomb update was definitely a nothing update. I'm pretty sure it was the first one to come out, and you can tell because it was literally nothing. The content creator update. This added the job editor for people who want to make their own jobs and missions and races and stuff, which isn't my thing, so I don't really go. The capture update added the Capture the Flag event, which I haven't played, so I'm kind of indifferent about it. The business update is just a nothing update. Don't worry, after C tier it gets good, but so far it's just nothing updates. The High Life update, this added high-end apartments and the Zentorno, which is a pretty good supercar, a pretty cheap supercar as well actually. The I'm Not a Hipster update, nothing update. Last Team Standing, added the game mode Last Team Standing. Besides that, nothing too much. Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 was nothing too important, except they added the Combat PDW, which was the first gun I bought in GTA, after like the basic ones like a pistol, a shotgun, you know. Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2 added the T20, which is a very nice car, which I think that was the first like really expensive car that I bought. And this was also the last update on PS3 and Xbox 360. Free mode events was the first update on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And this added events in free mode, obviously. Still in C tier, oh, there's so many here. Executives and other criminals. Now this one was weird because it let you form organizations, but there were no CEO towers at this point. So it kind of laid the foundation for later updates, which I guess is important. But the update itself was complete nothing. Drop Zone added the new game mode, Drop Zone. Lowriders Custom Classics did nothing. Southern San Andreas Sports, no, okay, I messed that up. Southern San Andreas Super Sports Series. There we go. I didn't know this was a thing because it added nothing. The Summer Special. This added the F1 cars, which I see nobody using, and it added a couple of new races, you know, the usual stuff. The Criminal Enterprises update. This one is pretty recent, like 2 years ago, but it added the contact missions with Agent ULP, which is nothing too noteworthy. Moving on quickly to B tier. This is where the updates finally start to get good. You know, stuff starts to get added. And we're going to start off with the San Andreas Flight School update. Now, you guys probably won't believe when I say they added Flight School. Now, the reason this is beta, you know, despite not adding much, I like Flight School. It taught me how to fly, like genuinely. And the guy, like the instructor on the mic is hilarious. The Lowriders update. Now, they added Benny's Custom Shop, which is one of the greatest things a car person could have in a game. They also added a machine pistol, which is a very good gun to use while you're driving. The import-export update brought the vehicle warehouse and the special vehicle work. So this was a huge update for any CEO fans and for me as well, because the vehicle workshop is how I made most of my money at the beginning. Cunning stunts. I did a lot of cool vehicles, which I don't really use. So, cars like the Rocket Voltic, Bruno 2000, and they added Sun Racers, which everybody enjoys. Okay, we're moving on to A tier, the good updates. These are updates which I would consider to be good. Like, I enjoyed the stuff that got added. First up, we have further advances in finance and felony, which added CEO towers and special cargo warehouses, which is the first business that I used because it was extremely cheap. And by the way, if you're struggling to run a CEO tower, check the link in the description because there's a full guide on how to run the CEO tower, including the special cargo warehouses and the vehicle warehouses. The bikers update. Now this obviously added a bunch of bikes and obviously added the MC Clubhouse with all of its businesses, which again, if you want full guides on, check the links in the description. The gun running update added the bunker and a bunch of weaponized vehicles like the Insurgent pickup and Night Shark. And again, full guide to the bunker, link in the description. I'm gonna stop saying it, but every single business has a full guide and it's gonna be in the description. So you can check that out after you're done here. Next up, the after hours update. Now, this added the nightclub, which is by far the greatest business of all time. But yeah, it can't be S tier. The Diamond Casino and Resort. Now here, we got a casino. We got the penthouse and the casino. We got over 500 pieces of clothing and a casino. A tier, definitely. The LS Tuners update. Now, this added the LS Carmi and the Auto Shop with all of its contracts. If you know anything about these contracts, then you would know these are some of the most fun things you could do in the game. Next up, we have the Chop Shop update. Now, this is a pretty recent one and a pretty good one because we have the return of Yusuf Amir, who's there for like 10 minutes. It was amazing. And we have a car business. And I love cars, so I won't complain about a whole business around them. We also got the Clockenbell Farm Raid, which is a pretty decent heist to run. Although there are better alternatives, it still is pretty good. The final A tier update is the Agents of Sabotage update, which is the newest one. And honestly, I like this one a lot because we got the Banshee GTS, which is like my favorite car right now. We've got the Garmin factory back, Lester retired, and Pavel came back for like 5 minutes. That was amazing. Anyways, S tier, starting off strong with the OG Heists update. Now, at this point of like this update being released, GTA has been out for 2 years and Rockstar already cracked the code on how they can make this game amazing. They added all of the OG heists, which, right now, they're obviously not that good, but back when they were added, that was like the only way to make money besides like contact missions. So, amazing update overall. That was gonna be like remembered forever. The Casino Heist update. Now, I wasn't aware that this was separate to the Diamond Casino and Resort update, but apparently it is. But the Casino Heist was the thing that really got me into the game. That's like when I started playing as well. The Cayo Perico Heist, another brilliant heist, which I've grinded to death. Like, this heist is perfect in so many different ways, even after the nerf. It's like $1 million per run. It takes like half an hour to do fully. And this is the update that introduced Pavel and El Rubio, which are two of my favorite characters. The Contract update. Now, this one was really nice because we got Franklin back, but it wasn't like how Pavel came back or like how Yusuf Amir came back. You know how they stayed for like 5 minutes in the cutscene and just left. In the Contract update, we got Franklin back and we got him back permanently. He sits in my building permanently and cannot leave. Also, he helps us with the missions, and this is one of the best solo businesses because of the Dr. Dre contract. The final update in the S tier category is the Drug Wars update. Now, this is by far the greatest place to start for any new players. These missions have no requirements at all and give away some of the best rewards. You get the Ocelot Virtue, which is the best electric supercar in the game, and it also gives away one of the best solo businesses, the Acid Lab. Oh, that was a big tier list, but I hope you did find this useful. If you disagree with anything, of course, comment below. But with that out of the way, I will see you in the next one.